Well, TGIF, thank goodness it is Friday. It's been a fun-filled week. Oh, what do we got here? We got somebody in here. G-Man. G-Man, I like that. All right, let's see. Let's move. I think I'm going to have to move that down and definitely. G-Man, cool. All right. And I got a few bodies in the house. That's a nice thing. And let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Let's put the charts up there. Let's get rolling along. What did I have? Oh, that was yesterday when we were chasing after the S&P. Let's take a look at the dollar against the Swiss again. It's looking firmer, I think. Well, look at the yeah, I guess we got a couple green bars there. You can see the white line trying to break through there. And what are we looking at here? Let's go over to, there it is right there. And Chicago Quant, you can see the same thing. We're definitely lifting up. It's a little weak at the moment, but it's still holding up. So that's where we are at the moment. I guess that's the best way to describe that, is that dollar is starting to rally. And I don't know if it's a dead cat bounce. For those who don't understand what that's an old floor trader's expression. What happens is that a dead cat versus a cat bounce, a live cat's bounce. In other words, it's like a ball. A ball is basically, I guess you could say, I can hear another word, but the end result is it's dead. Okay? And then I'm an inanimate object, but in the end result is that when you drop it from a great distance, the product bounces regardless if it's alive or dead, just from the force and the bounce and the reaction. And so it's the same thing here in the sense of, are they just starting to cover some shorts, getting comfortable with new policies? You know, we'll sit and watch it and see how it trades up. But at this point in time, what we can basically say is that we know one thing, and that is that the product is kind to show a little life in it. Now, we looked at this yesterday. Oh, well, we got a lot of people coming in now. Let me look up on there. We got George. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, too. Yellowfish is here. No non-farm payroll day. Yep, that's right. And I think it just it spits out in another 56 minutes, right at the end of the broadcast. We can talk about it. I can listen in. So I hear you loud and clear. Excellent, excellent. Thank you, G-Man. And so that's the things we'll watch for today, and we'll see now that the official policy is declared. We know who's going to be setting, general policies now, the left in our country. So, we have a better idea now where things are going to go too, and that's always a good thing. You just want to have a good idea what the policies are. It doesn't matter if I agree or disagree with it, but it's nice to know where their direction is defined from, and that's where we are at the moment. And so I guess the best thing we can say now is that what we're looking for is this bounce, see how long it goes, see if we get into something. I think, looking at the dollar index itself, we look at the ETF on that. Let's take a look at it. There's the ETF. It's 9 weeks in a sell. Maybe we should take a quick look at that too. Let's see, where are we? Right here. Let's put that up there for a second. As we scroll down to it, it's the UUP. You can see here it's still showing weakness of a sell, and it'll start trading in about 24 minutes. And you can see the weekly though, which is very curious. As a matter of fact, we can put one of our little circly things there. It's trying to get into the weekly buy, as you can see right there. So we're seeing that bounce. And let's jump over to and make that thinner. There we are, like that. Ooh, that's too thin. Let's make it a little bit thicker than that, like that. There. You can see we're matter of fact right now it is locked at plot 1 is locked at 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Same thing with plot 4. All locked at, and who knows? I've limited this thing to only show like 5 digits, so it could go on for infinity. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We got some questions. I like that. ABP dollar. ABP. Oh, we'll go hunt that down. Kamar, good morning to you. Good afternoon. And can we discuss ABP? Sure, let's go look at it. I don't even know what it is. It's a whole new one. So I'm going to go to Dukascopy first, put it up on there. So that would be ABP. I guess what is it? Slash USD. Enter. No, it doesn't do that. So I did that wrong. ABP. Are we looking at the right thing? ABP. Oh, GBP. Oh, it's GBP. Okay, thank you. Okay, I was going to be like, I'm cool. I'm down with it. I want to see. Trust me, I'm always fascinated by anything. So, I'm ready to go with an ABP, whatever that is. I was thinking, wow, maybe that's like, I don't know. I was thinking Far East maybe, or, Middle Eastern somewhere on there. I was thinking, wow, or maybe an African one that I don't know about. So, well, you can see here on J4X, it's been showing weakness in here at cable. And when we go to our Chicago quant, let's put it there, right there, there it is. Same thing, and we're in a daily sell for a couple of days now. Just kind of going sideways to down. No major action, I guess you could say. Just kind of minor action. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. So cable, we keep on thinking cable's going to do better now that they got the Brexit thing all figured out. So that's a good possibility there. And if we can widen this for you to get a better flavor. You can see the weekly's been in a weekly trend for a while. So it's just flirting, and it's a real sideways action. And we were thinking it was going to do the 138 area, and I think it got to 137 and change. What did it do? It got to 137.04. So I thought it was going to try to climb into the 38 to 42. We'll watch the weekly and see. Weekly, you can see, has been in a weekly buy since back here at the 129-ish area. So it's going up 7 handles. So that's pretty cool. And each buy has pretty much most of the buys. The first one here was a little weak. It was we got the volatility signal that day, and then it just failed us, and we took a smackadoodle. And then obviously that what that means. Anybody who watches our webinars knows that now the next buy is going to be really hot and heavy on the upside, and same thing with the next one. And so the odds always turn heavy on that. And so then the next 3 are winner, winner, chicken dinner, definitely making back anything that you lost. And then the 4th one was a win, and on the 5th one was a win, and we're just finishing off the 5th one. So 5 out of 6 have been nice wins. So I would say that when you're thinking about the cable, I'm thinking that now that they seem to have most of the Brexit put out of the way, I guess once the C-19, and I can tell you this, CDC in the United States has changed its policy on how they test for COVID, and it's going to drop dramatically the amount of cases. So all of a sudden, miraculously, they put out, I posted it and showed it here, I think, a couple days ago. CDC is changing the way the policy is going to be measured. So all of a sudden, miraculously, COVID is going to start to go away. And when it starts to go away in America, it'll go away everywhere else probably too. So there it is, GBP. No, that's no problem. Don't worry about it, Kumar. Trust me, you should see me spell. Poor Janos has to deal with me, and everybody has to deal with my spelling. I'm horrible at it at times. So that is the role we see. All right, let's see. What's the next one? Oh, hey, I like that. Aura TV. Cool. Euro. Let's take a look at it. Put? Question mark. I like that. Talking options. I like it when you talk dirty. Thank you. Let's check out the Euro right there. A little weakness there. Let's see what it's doing on the Chicago quant. Right there. Went back into the daily buy. We're in a weekly buy on this thing for like 2, 4. What's it? Let's try it again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 weeks. We're in a weekly buy. And let me just double check it. See it right there. Cables 12 weeks on the fact check sheet. 11 weeks for the Euro. It is showing weakness just like the cable. Let's see. Let's go back to the cable just real quick. You see the cable is trying to touch the time manifold. Hasn't gone negative or anything, but it just shows us that there's a little weakness going on, just like it was here when it started to play with the time manifold, you see the weakness develop. That's why we do the second line on most products. The histogram and the white line are both going to be plus, but what that tells us with the way it's acting against the time manifold, let's widen that a little bit and give you a better insight there. See, the time manifold will tell you. This is the nonlinear time manifold, a plus side and a minus side. It's a mirror image, and it's kind of showing us that they're trying to weaken it up a little bit. Now, going back to the euro, you can see it's pierced it here. And we've been 11 weeks in a buy, since way back in here. In this area here, we went into the buy right there. You can see they gave us a sell, though, so we couldn't get long, and then it got long for the first one. Second one was a winner chicken dinner. Third one was a winner chicken dinner. Fourth one was a winner chicken dinner. Fifth one was a winner chicken dinner. Sixth one was a winner chicken dinner. And notice 7 is rolling over on us and trying to play with the daily sell as we speak. And as you can see, let's go like that. You can see how it's playing with the time manifold. It's busting down hard. They're smacking a cap in that hind there, yeah. And you can see last time it did that, it stopped after a day or two and tried to lift up again, being in the weekly buy. So we'll see how that holds in here. Don't buy any puts yet. Hold on to that. Stay away from that one. And wait till we get, we get into a daily sell, and then it starts to break into the weekly sell. Then you can feel more comfortable about the option situation, because you don't have to have the two of them aligned. But so far, it's still a higher risk buying a put because of the math. But with the weekly being this high up and it's Friday, could it go minus? Let's put it this way: if on Monday we find the histogram underneath the 0 line here, this is the 0 line. If we find it underneath there, starting off in the beginning of next week, buy the put. That's a low risk factor there. So, all right. See, Kamar says, can we expect this going up next week on the cable? Let me just double check. Kamar was the one with the cable. Yeah, cable. Let's go back to it and look. Next week, let's see how the math is talking to us. Yeah, if it bounces off the time manifold here on the plus side and gets into the plus. Now, let's see if we can expand that a little bit more like that. You can see here it's still trying to give us some weakness. We'll see. We had a volatility signal, so we might get some action out of it. It could be. Should you go out long? I guess the question is, should you come out? Is the math saying, should you be long going into the close today? In other words, should you be bottom fishing? That would be more of a call, than a put. On that case, because we're in the weekly buy, because this thing is showing that we're getting a volatility signal, a cheap call might be the play, because next thing you know, this thing might be at 38. So yeah, I would, versus where who was asking about the put? Ori TV. Oh, hallow be the Ori. Daniel Jackson can tell you about that. Hallow be the Ori of the Stargate. The Antarans. Basically, put no on euro, but yeah, I wouldn't be afraid to try to buy a call on the cable. Wouldn't be afraid about that. Especially a cheap one or something with time, a bull spread. Put a bull spread on, something like that. That would be really good. How's that? I think I've answered both of those, didn't I? Cool. Thanks, man. I'll keep my buy options open. Excellent. Let's see. And so, yeah, let's try playing. We'll watch it and see, and maybe, I'll be in there with you. Who knows? Taking a sip of water there after that long, quick run of conversation. Cool. I like it. I like everybody jumping in. And notice, there are no wrong questions that anybody can ask, or stupid questions anybody asks. Anything you ask is neither of those, okay? Just all there is a short answer or a long answer. That's all it comes down to. And we can jump back and forth to products with no problem. The idea is to make money. The idea is to see what the math is saying about making money. And so that is the name of the game. And that is always the name of the game, So we chase after it as aggressively as we can. All right. From here, we usually go over to the Turkish lira and see what's going on from there. All right. Let's see. Where do we go from here? Let's see. Let's go to the Turkish lira. That's been a fascinating product. We've caught all the math has caught all the rides up, and it has caught all the rides down. It is amazing. Too bad that it's not liquid enough to trade options on that thing. My God, those options are through the roof in price. You're yo winner chicken dinner. You like that, huh? Come on, winner. That's what happens. I live out in the country, you know. Chicken barbecues are a big thing around here, especially in the springtime and the fall and the summer. Winner chicken dinner. So you know, that's the name of the game. And so what else can we say about that? Is you know, the way I look at it is that you know, look at Turkish lira. I mean, it's just been a glide. Look at it. Try to get into the buy here a little bit and rolled over on the J4X. Let's check it out on Chicago Quant. Chicano Quant. We used to call it Chicano Quant, like in Chicago. We used to commingle the word Chicano and Chicago on the trading floor. We used to, because I worked for Chicago Corp, and we used to call it Chicano Corp. All right, there it is right there, Turkish lira. And there it is. You can see it's trying to get up there. And again, the weekly feels very comfortable on the downside, staying underneath the time manifold there. So anybody playing that one. G-Man says, it's my first time here. Do you do any live trading, Doc? Used to do it all the time on here. We used to, you know, use the camera and have it on one of my short-term charts where you could see intraday trading, you know, and see our math doing the intraday trading. So yeah, we're big fans of intraday trading. Yeah, we do that. Yep, we do. Oh, we do. And you know, we have all kinds of opinions about all kinds of things. I'm trying to think what I should say to you about that. What can we do to show you? How about this? Right now, I keep this up there all the time, and we can go show currencies. But I always, let's see, where is it at? This one here. Here's our intraday trading of the Nasdaq 100, which is this product right here. Let's show you. It's on J4X also. It's the Nasdaq 100, or they call it the Tech 100, right there. That product, and here it is on a intraday basis of 336 contract trading. So you can see, and we can widen it out. You can see the math working on an intraday basis. It goes into the plus here, and you can see it has a natural tendency to go up in value. We start to play with the minus side, you know, right there. Also, the time manifold's getting tight. Notice it tries to break down, gets back into the plus side, you know, green dots, the whole bit. You know, it's, you know, it tries to roll over here, catches the little slide there, right there, and you're looking at it live right there. If you would like, choose a product, we can go hunt it down and put, like, you know, the euro or the cable or something like that. We can try to put that little chart live on the screen for you. So that's no problem. And like I said, that's the Nasdaq 100 trading live right now as we speak. Roof, roof, as we speak. And you can see it just went into the buy off of this one. And you can see it has a tendency to go up in value now until this starts to roll over again. And so, yeah, we do all kinds of things around here. Let's see. What is the next thing? What is that? And like I said, if you choose a product, we'll put, like, if you want to see, like, short-term on cable or short-term on, you know, euro or any other product, sure. You know, we can show you. That's a easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. All right. I'll just wait for your comment, and we'll go from there. And that is the gist of it all. Yes, indeed. Okay. Yes, indeed. Now, let me think. What else can I ask? Okay, here we go. Great. Can you take a pick at gold? Sure. Most definitely. I think we had gold in there. I just ended up flipping it for something else just recently. Let's see. I guess it was we had the Euro 4-hour in there for somebody a couple days ago. This is the 4-hour for Euro. You can take a quick gander there. It broke down on the minus side there. That 4 hours is a long time. And then let's put gold in there again. And then what we can do is we can come up with a shorter time frame if you'd like. We can do that too. Let's see, which gold are we doing now? I think we're doing Feb gold, right? Feb gold, which is coming down to the end, right? G. Where is it at? Which gold are we doing? There it is. G. Feb gold. Let me just double check it on the regular chart right there. Gold. Yep, Febby gold. Okay, there's Feb gold. Is that Feb gold? I guess it is, isn't it? Didn't realize it's in a buy for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, going on a 6th day. There's the weekly buy there. Now let's go back to right there. It's filling in. It'll fill in a few seconds. This is a 4-hour. Do you have a particular time frame you're interested in? Do you want to see 336 contracts like I look at it at? Or do you want to look at it, through an hourly or a 5-minute? Or you tell me. We can look at all of it. We can do a little experimentation around here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yes. Let's see. Great. Can you take a pick at gold? Yeah. And we'll let that fill in there. And let's see. What else can we say? I guess that's about it. Will wait for G-Man to come up with the rest. Let's see now. I'm just waiting to see what time frame you come up with, and I'm waiting for this thing to fill in at the same time. This is interesting. There he goes. There's the 4-hour. So let's see what it says there. And let's widen it out. A little weakness there, eh? So we're there. We went into the sell-off of this one here on a 4-hourly. And you can see weakness abounds. And they do another little drop-a-doodle there. Now that's a 4-hour. Hey, you find a time frame, we'll take a look at it. Let's see. Let me think. What else is there? I guess that's about it. Basically, what else can we say about any of that? I guess I'm just still waiting to see if you want to. Oh, 5 and 15 minutes. Excellent. We shall do that. We shall do that. Let's try that. Now, what we're going to do is this. We're going to make a copy of this and keep that so we can go back and look at it. Then we're going to do a paste. And we're going to take a look at a 5-minute there. See, G-Man, you step up, we'll provide. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I always say that to people. Just step up, ask a question. Because, it's fun to look at other things. There's a 5-minuter. It did basically the same thing with that, same characteristic. You can see there. Now, we tried to get through here into a sell. You can't because of the red and green. But it's telling us there's volatility, so it's still in the long from this point all the way up to that one. I guess is it that one? Let's put a little line in there. First of all, that is a 0, 0, 0, 0 across the board. Okay, so it didn't get in there off of that. Now, what is that? That's the green one, right? So it wouldn't be a short either way. And then this one put us into the daily, not daily sell, the 5-minute sell right there at 1892.7. And then it fell apart right there. So, and 15 minutes? Sure, let's take a look at a 15-minute. 15-minute. 1.5. Let's see how that looks. Oh, look at that. I think we need to widen that a little bit, but boy, did they put some pressure on that product, huh? So you're not really getting a chance to appreciate this, but it is minus pretty much most of the way. Then it tries to go plus in here, and then we go minus off of this one right there, and then it's winner, winner, 5 chicken dinners. So it drops from what? 1905 basically down to 1875 in a 15-minute period. So that's winner, winner, 5 chicken dinners. And so then it does a little bouncy thing, but still minus O. Goes into a, can't go into a plus here, can't go into a plus there, but it does go into a plus right there because we got a green dot with a 0, and it goes up a little bit. And what does it do? It goes up from 1892 to what's the high of 1894? $3. And then still stays in there, and then it kind of rolls over there, and then so it's a little minus there, and then it goes back into a plus again from there, I guess. So that's a, what is that? That's a 94, runs all the way up to that high. I guess you could say is 94.8. Oh God, that's only not barely worth breathing on. And then we go back into a sell here, and you can see it's breaking down again, and that's a winner, winner, chicken dinner again. So let's see what's Yellowfish says. I scalp gold on 5-minute and 1-minute time frames. Do you identify support and resistance lines for your trading strategy, Doc? No, it's our quantitative math. Something I invented back in the late 70s, and I've been using it ever since. So I started incorporating it when I got on the floor in 1980 in late December, and in January I started looking at it, and then I ended up slowly realizing not only did it work really well with thermodynamics and particle theory, it worked really well with stocks and anything that moved. Remember Al Einstein, the guy that did that relative thing? His original paper was moving objects on a electromagnetic field. That is really his claim to fame. But for some reason, we've been making jokes about it around here for a while about it being changed to relativity by the norm. But the paper still is moving objects, on a electromagnetic field. So Doc, trying to challenge the Higgs boson, took that direction back then, and tried to go relativic on it. I could go all gangster on you and say tried to go relativic on its ass, And so we use some fun math, a little Gauss, a little Doc's math that I invented myself, and a little I guess you could say a little set theory, little math from Plato, something that commingles. What I discovered pretty much was what R.N. Elliott really was looking at Plato's work when he created the Elliott wave theory. R.N. Elliott was definitely looking at Plato's work. He was looking at set theory. So I had a conversation about that with Penrose. He didn't seem to grasp it. I was kind of confused. Now that he's got a Nobel Prize, probably even grasp it even less. But anyway, that's where my head was at. So but if you can see it over here. We can do this over here too on the J4X. Let's do that on the J4X. Let's see what a let's put gold up there, and let's put a 5-minute in there and see what it looks like. And I don't think we've ever done that. There's gold. We only look at it on a daily basis here, but let's see what a 5-minute looks like. There's your 15-minute to start off with, so let's go 5-minute. Let's see how our math does with that. Well, that's kind of cool. That would be the buy right there. It did go up. And then it gives you a sell here. And there's definitely pressure. It pops up, squeezes you a little bit up in there. Then it breaks down. That's a good one there. I guess we can make this even bigger, so we could get a better feel for it all. So we move this down like that. You can see here it went into the sell here. It breaks down. So that's cool. It goes into the buy here, but not bad. It goes up for a little bit, just like ours did. Goes into a sell here. Catches that. Remember, these are lagging indicators, so we're not really sure how accurate the short-term 5-minute is. That's why we never really look at it on that low a basis. Let's take a look at it on a 15-minute period. Here we go. And you can see here, trying to figure out where we went into the sell. I guess it was like right there, so it caught that whole chicken 5 dinner package. Then it gets into the buy here, which was good. And then a little sell there, and then back into the buy here, and a sell there. So this works out pretty well. This is our what I call our public indicator that we put on the J4X. Let's see. Gold 5-minute time frames, and do you identify support resistance areas? There we go. So what else can we say about all that? I heard a ding. Who's dinging me? Let me just see who's dinging me. Ah. There we go. Let's see, I'm just answering this thing. Oh, good. Excellent. So that is a good way of looking at it too. You can use those tools. I'd say go with those. They're definitely better. Now they are kind of a little lagged. They correlate with my math about 72%, anywhere from 68 to 72% of the time. So that's a good tool right there. A very good tool. That's why we have J4X on the chart there. I talk about my math and its accuracy, and I put together this here that would emulate our math, and it's a good tool. How's that for a little short-term dance? 25 minutes away from the jobs report. Woohoo! And when it comes down to actually trying to identify support and resistance areas, I see them all the time, and they've become much more predominant now that the central banks are buyers of last resort or sellers of last resort. They have become much more predominant and much more accurate, I can tell you that, compared to 20 years ago and 30 years ago and 40 years ago and so forth. So that is, I hear you there. Let's see what else. I think we can title this thing Intraday Trading too. I like that. We've been talking about some of the exotic pairs we've been running across in the conversation, but today I think we're gonna have to call it like Intraday. Oh, ding 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 ding! Winner winner chicken dinner. Cool. I was just invited out to dinner. Let me know. Anything. Ta-da! All right. So there we go. I think that's a good conversation. G-Man started it, and Yellowfish has jumped in, and we're really looking at some fun stuff there now. I like that. This is good. All right. Where do we go from here, traders? Where did we leave off? We were looking at Turkish lira, then we jumped over to gold. So let's see. What else can we look at this point? Should we shift over to... Should we take a look at Canadian and so forth? Usually what we do is we go from Turkish lira to Canadian to NAS CAD, and then we go to oil. Should we take a look at the oil and see what oil is doing? I will start to play in that direction. How's that? What we do is we normally do this. We take a look at NAS CAD on a daily basis. Where's that? Right there. And we look at Canadian on a daily basis, like right there. And if we see Canadian moving down like it is there, and we see NAS CAD moving up, we assume oil is moving firm. Okay, now it doesn't look so strong here. Let's just double check it. Let's see, what is it? Right there. So let's just look at it through the Chicago Quant. There's CAD. CAD has been sideways for a couple days. And then NASCAD right there, holding relatively firm, but obviously just a little bit higher from yesterday, but yesterday down, but still strong. You can see all the strength there. So do we assume from that oil should be basically sideways up? So let's take a look and see. Yep. No, it's more just straight up. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. And so that's, I'm just double checking. There we go. And so now, what else can we look at here? We're going to go look at the crude. So there it is. There's crude. Matter of fact, at this point, maybe I should save that crude contract. That's what I'm going to do. First of all, let's refresh it. Let's give it a refresh. Reload that sucker. There it is. It's running hot and heavy straight up, isn't it? Good for it. And save it. No, cancel. Save the file. There we are. And there is crude. I just want to save some of these because Robin's going to be sending them out through the Chicago Quant. So it's always, it's like, why not? Just save those things. Do it. I can do it. Just do it. So, and then let's take a look at the gold again. And then, you know what we do? Let's do this. We look at the oil complex. Let's go through the oil complex. So we have, there's crude, and then there's natural gas, which was showing weakness yesterday, and it's trying. It was trying. You got a double dot there. There's a red and a green there. It's really, really tiny. Let's see if we can widen it out a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There it is. Boy, it's hidden so small. Maybe we should need to... not that. I was going to say, maybe we should need to make the dot bigger. Just a little thickerish, like that. And you can see it right there. It's just hiding. And so then you can see it's pressing into the sell. Yesterday it was trying to press into the sell, and it jumped back into the buy again. And you can see it's trying to press into the sell there, and we got a red dot going on. So what we usually do is for the chart, this is the norm, and this is pre-look. And so you can see we're starting to play with a daily sell on the natural gas. And the product has been in a weekly sell for a while, and it's trying to get into that weekly buy. What is that? It's a line 10, 14 weeks in a weekly sell. So you can see that pressure that's on the product. So save natural gas. Let's save that. File and save image, like so, and put it in there. And then we go over to Robo. We check out gas oil for the automobiles, which I guess they're going to outlaw or do something crazy, or going to try. Let's put it that way. Because of the new president. Reload. And that's moving up, and that's been strong weekly buy here, and daily buy since back here. So that's holding up. So that's basically the oil complex. And then what we do is we put bean oil in there. We look at bean oil because they use it to, it burns. So, you can burn it. And since you can burn it, might as well pay attention to it. And so we go over to bean oil. Let's go do that right there. And there is bean oil. Bean oil was in a sell for a couple days, and it looks like, let's give it a refresh. But it's in a weekly buy. Okay, yeah, so it's trying to lift up. It's having its issues. It's trying. But we're in a weekly buy, so you can't go short. It just tells you to take a little profit. But look at it. It hasn't been... It was okay. It dropped here, and now it's closed there, and now it's higher than where it basically said take a profit. So it's showing some life in there, too, at the same time. And that's the way we look at the oil complex. That's how we look at that. Soy oil March, right there, like that. All right. And so, let's see, is there any other questions? In 5 minutes, let's see, do you identify support and resistance? No questions since then, so I guess everybody's just happy with what's going on there. All right, so we'll just keep on looking around the neighborhood, see what we can find, and go from there. And so then what we do is we go over to, well, let's do the grains since we are in that sector. So what we'll do is there's soybeans. Soybeans have been on a tear. I mean, just a tear. They went into a sell for a couple of days off of, I guess, this one. But look at it. They're driving it right back up. This thing's getting plus. It's like they just, the world is starving, I guess. I mean, something's going on there. I saw that China was running out. They're having brownouts or something. They're running out of electricity. So you just never know what's going on with those people there. Some of the wildest things. And so that is soybeans. Did I save it? Yeah, I did, I think. I'm just going to double check there. I was looking up at the chart and let my hands do the work. Soybeans March. There we go, like that. And then we'll look at soy meal. I think we put an article in about soy meal a couple days ago, which is, why does that say January? It's not supposed to be January. It's supposed to be, let's fix that. It's supposed to be March. There it is, March. Same thing again there. March. And there's the March. Maybe it didn't save it. I don't know. You can see the weakness there. And we're trying to turn up, but it's still weak. Let me just reload it just to double check. Yep. So we're still seeing that weakness in there. The lines are fine. Let's see. Everything seems to be fine. We didn't have a buy in there. We should put the buy there. Then it went back into the sell there. Let's do that. So the buy there. And then the sell there. Yeah. And then let's go like that. Change that color to red. There we go. That was a long sell from there. Let's put that one in. And it didn't go too far and went in the wrong direction for a little bit. But you can't really take a sell in the grains because we're in a weekly buy. So just note that, you take your profits instead. Now that sell doesn't exist. Let's just move that out of the way for the moment. And that sell doesn't exist. And so that buy does exist. And then, is that all set right? That's all set right now. Okay. So we can get rid of that. It couldn't go into a sell there because it was a green dot. That's why. When you see that little dip there. Remove. There we go. And we'll get rid of these guys too. And that's the bean meal. Now that cell doesn't even belong there. Remove that thing. And matter of fact, remove that buy. It's been in a buy for a long while. Let's scrunch this up just so I can see it. Wow, it's all the way back to here. Since August, we've been in a buy in the bean meal stuff. Ah, okay, there it is. Let's remove that. There we go. So it's been in a buy for a while. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 weeks. Looks like 22 is going to be this week. It's been in a buy for a long while. Where did I start off? In the $3 area? And it's at 3, it's at 4.5, 4.35. Wow, that's been cool. Not bad, eh? What a run that has been. I think we're going to save it like that. Just for that long ride. Watch them. Watch it ride. March meal. There it is. Any other questions? No other questions. The yellowfish was the last question. Okay. All right. Where do we go from here? So we've done the 3 grains there. And so now, what else do we take a look at over here? We can go do currencies. Anybody want to see anything in particular? Let's see what corn looks like if no one cares at the moment. There's hogs, but let's see. We can do this. We can save the hogs. Now, what is that? How did that turn out to be green? And it was a cell. No, I see. That's supposed to be red, not green. Like that. I could have sworn I saved it as a red. And so that's yesterday. And that's the... let me refresh this too. Just to make sure it's Covisator. There we go. Save. Hoggies. And then let's take a look at live cattle. Same gig. That closed into a buy yesterday. Let's give that a refresh. Both of those products are in weekly buys. They don't seem to have any interest whatsoever to change their big long trend, which is interesting in its own right, you know. And they are very strong. Then, you know, what's amazing is that the cost of feeding these animals are going up, and they're still rising. You know, a lot of times they end up selling them, but then beef is... So there's like a food thing going on, like there's a lack of food. I know China was talking about, you know, buying up a lot of crop. So maybe that's what we're seeing there. Now I saw that stuff today where they're having the problems with the energy. And cold time of the year is not a good time to have energy problems. And so, I mean, it just, the beat goes on across the planet, what the commodities are doing, which forces the currencies to move. I mean, that's pretty much the name of the game there. Now you can see wheat is selling down a little bit, but it's still in a weekly buy, as you can see there. Let's go back to it, like that. See, it's in, you know, it's went into the sell here. It's been sideways down, but it's still in a weekly buy. And look at how far up the line is from the green line is from the time manifold. So they're not exactly getting nervous here and saying, hey, I think we're going to bail out on this product. Just seems like a little mild sell-off, and that's about it. All right, now let's see. What else should we take a look at? The Hun School. What's the Hun School have to say? The Hun School community mourns the passing of retired history and global studies teacher. Mr. Sprangler. He's gone. 44 years celebrated. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's go over to the feeders. And yeah, see, we put that line there, and that's still not updating. You know, a warning to the traders that the thing is trying to show life in it. And look at the way it's going after its weekly. We'll see what they do with that. Let's do it a refresh. But it seems like there's some real desperation for food, because all we see is a lot of strength in all sectors. Robin and I were talking about that, you know, a couple of days ago. It's like, wow, you know, things are going to get really wild. So, you know, that's the only way we can look at it at this point, is figuring that might be, we may be seeing a global community that's starving. I mean, that may be really what we're seeing, and so they're reaching for the product, or they're worried about an inflation. I don't know. You can see here, this is, what is this? This is red wheat. Red wheat's doing the same thing. It's showing the weakness there. Did I reload that? Let me just double check if I reloaded that. No, wheat seems to be breaking down. That's bread, basically, and it can be fed to a lot of different entities, I guess you could say. And that's the red wheat right there. Just trying to identify what possibly could be going on. There's oats. Oats and dotes and little daisy daisies. Diddly wop de doo. Doo doo. And so there it is there. Oh, look at that. It's breaking down today. But it's got a green dot, so you can't put the... Oh, it was in the sell there. Okay, so we went into the sell there. It's trying to go into a buy. And the one of these is trying to turn up. I guess plot 6, because we're running a 3-5 on this. So let's just check that real quick. Yeah, see, the histogram is plot 6. So we're starting to feel the strength. We're going to throw a little green line up there just because of that. People should be aware that we're starting to see a push. Did it go into a sell? No, it didn't go into a sell to begin with. So I can... Oh, it did. No, it can't. It couldn't have gone into a sell. That has to be removed. Both of those have to be removed. It didn't go into a sell because that's a plus still. So we're going to remove that. And we're going to remove that. And just leave it as in the buy. We have to follow the math, and that's what the math is saying. Once in a while we get a little out of kilter there, and it shifts because of data coming in at night. Oh, still left with yellowfish. No one has said a word since yellowfish. So that's it for the grains and food and the planet. Wow. And currencies are always influenced by that. Let's go over to the currencies again. Or would you like to see stock indices? We can go over to the stock indices and check that out. Let's see. What have we done there? So we've done that. Let's do that. Oh, you know we didn't do it? When we went to gold, we didn't look at silver. There's silver still moving down. Let's reload that. So we did gold, but did we do gold? I don't think we did gold. We just did oil. So let's save that too. And we'll look at the metal sector. So there is silver. Silver's been moving down for a few days. So you can see the pressure in that. You can see that it's actually going after, heading towards the time manifold. There's another one, traders. If you're interested, be careful. Metals might start to roll over here. I don't know. Bitcoin has been through the roof. We'll do this. We're going to go through the 4 metals, and then what we're going to do from the metals, we'll go to Bitcoin. So you can see gold. Now, wait a minute. Didn't we look at gold, and gold was in a plus? Or was that oil, and we put the wrong one up? There's Feb gold. So gold has been in a sell for 3 days. Let's go over to the fact check spreadsheet. I am confused. Didn't we look at gold, and gold was up? I guess we were looking at oil. That's what it was. And somehow or another, we thought we were looking at gold. So who was it that asked for gold? Who was it that asked for gold? Let's see. That was G-Man that was asking for gold. Okay. So G-Man, we looked at oil accidentally. We looked at the wrong chart. And so there's gold. It's been in a sell for 3 days. So that pressure is on the gold. So let's just save that. And that is the gold. Where's the gold? Right there. Now let's take a look at copper, and we'll look at platinum. There's copper. Copper's been holding like the reverse. We're seeing a lot of strength in the metals on the industrial side more. But then I guess you can't say that because silver is considered an industrial side too, right? So it's kind of weird there. So we got silver going down. We got copper going up. There's the copper one. And then let's take a look at the platinum one. There is April platinum, and that's been holding up relatively well. But now, why is that green? It's supposed to be red. There we are. Yeah, we went to the sell there, and it went the wrong way. But it's in a weekly buy, so you can't be short. You just can't be long either. It's kind of a neutral now. And then when we get into a buy again, you can be long because we're in a weekly buy. So this is trying to roll over in every which way, but the weekly is holding up very firm in here. And we've seen that. Platinum has been acting very well. And so that's the platinum. Let's save that one. Where's platinum at? Right there. So there's platinum. And then we should drift over to Bitcoin. Okay, there it was. Yellowfish says, JP Morgan was Bitcoin could rise to 146,000 long term as it competes with gold. I agree. I mean, I don't know about 146,000, but no doubt about it. It's the cryptos Only thing that I can see that will interfere with the cryptos is the central banks and the governments. Where they choose to take it away from everybody. They say, "Oh no, you need to have a something or another." There is Bitcoin trading at almost, is that Bitcoin? Yeah, 41,940. That's Bitcoin right there. We've been in a weekly buy since the 24s. We've been in the daily buy right there from the 27s, and now we're at 42 basically, so $13,000 up. So that's been an interesting run also. So to me, I always like to look at the cryptos. Matter of fact, I was talking to Wilco last night on the chat line. Him and I were chatting for a while. Let's see, where's it at? It's around here somewhere. What was I looking for again? Bitcoin, that's it. So Wilco and I were talking about the Bitcoin and the different cryptocurrencies. I don't see. I was saying that to him. Only thing I can see that slows cryptos down is the governments. That's it. I don't see anything else doing it but that. The governments. That's the only way I can see it. Now, I guess we're 2 minutes away from the jobs numbers. So I'm going to tune into that on another machine so we can hear about it. And you don't have to hear it. And I'll just tell you what they're saying. And we'll see the numbers and see how they come out. Let's see, where is it at? Right there. And we'll take a look at that. And so that's pretty much the action there. We've seen the metals and we've seen the oils. Oh, we didn't do the stock indices. Let's do the stock indices. So there's NASDAQ 100 or the Tech 100 on Dukascopy. We'll reload that. That's holding firm. All-time highs, the whole bit. Money is coming in at the first of the year, and it's doing a great job. And Mr. Biden has not scared them whatsoever. They've got to, they got to be long, and they're going to get long, and then they can play their game from there. So let's save that. There's that. Let's look at the S&P 500 right there. S&P 500 all-time highs also. Running steady and straight and moving. Let's see, save right there. And we can put the short-term chart up too once the news comes out. That could be interesting right there alone. Where's the 500? Right there. And then the Russell, which was on there's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now that's a little weak at the moment. It's lower than yesterday. So that's kind of playing around. Let's just double check it. Yeah, no, it's up now. Okay. So there it is, refreshed. You can see it's plus. You can see the top line. The green line is trying to roll over. And then the Russell, the most volatile of the indices. I was saying that over and over, and it exploded. Just exploded, the Russell. And right there. And so let's see. Where is let's get the TV up there and see what the news is. It's come out. I guess it's out already. And I didn't tune it in. Let's see. Favorites? No. Just the channels. There we are. And let's see what the numbers come out to be. It's around here somewhere. There it is right there. And let's see what they're saying about it. 140,000. Okay. Let's see what the short term. Let's see what the short term did. And let's go to there. Okay, so they're selling it down a little bit. So they sold it down. I guess there's 728. There's it right there. So it came out there. They knock it down. Not a lot. I mean, really. So the stock market's not really taking it too serious whatsoever. They're looking at the unemployment rates. 6.7 versus 6.8. Huh. Not too bad. All right, so I guess we got to figure out a title for this today. That's probably like the biggest thing of all is that, let's go over to there. So I hope I was helpful today to you traders. This is Doc again. Had a nice look at everything at this point. So let's tune in again Monday if you'd like. Did I get everything here? I think I did. I got platinum. Oh, that was the only thing I didn't do, the 10-year. Let's look at the 10-year. Let's just refresh that. That's the bond. Remember, when this goes down, interest rates are rising. So we are seeing a rising interest rate at the moment. And that would put some strength into the dollar. And that's probably why, that's another reason why we see some strength in the dollar. Because interest rates are rising here. So, all right, everybody have a safe, oh, thank you, Yellowfish. Everybody have a safe and smart weekend. And we will catch you on Monday. Traders, the singing trader says, happy trails to you until we meet again. So have a happy and safe weekend. No, I used to say to my kids, be safe, be smart. That's what I used to say to them all the time. Be safe, be smart when they were going out the door. And happy trails to you, to all our trading